You guys know by now about this business with Trump basically saying that there's nothing to the Epstein lists. There's multiple videos online. I saw at least 3 videos of Pam Bondi saying the list was on her desk. And I did something earlier I posted that Cash Patel talked about it on multiple occasions. That there were lists and all this. List a lady talked about how Zia Guthrie said she was recorded on tapes to blackmail people. And, I go back to it. It's either 2 things. Either A, someone out there is very scared of whose names are on lists. Trump name, people in his administration, well, in his orbit, and they said, all right, let's end it. Either that happened or that was never in the list. And they're telling the truth, and he just lied to white people for all these years. You know, I'm a collapse person. I say that to you often, I'm a collapse person. And what collapse means is that the system is not working as it should, and or people will not, they're not gonna keep running the system, so things get dangerous. As we go into climate change getting worse, as we go down the road of collapse, you understand, it's like police going out here and their cars haven't been maintained, they don't have bulletproof vests, they don't get bullets for training, like that collapse. But they're expected to do the same job they did yesterday. Even though now their cars ain't no good, they're not getting oil changes on their cars, the cars are squeaking, that's collapse. You expect me to do all this and act like, oh, it's still the 80s, and it's not. I am a collapse person, and I think if collapse was like a religion, I'd be going to the collapse church once or twice a month. I'm a collapse person because Trump doesn't even pretend to care. He's pimping the government, which is a part of collapse. That you don't even see government as something to protect the people, for the people. You see government as something to be used against your enemies. That's a part of it. I find myself as more of as a Reddit called, a boring dystopia. I'm more of that now than I am collapse. Meaning that everybody talks about violence and ICE being used as like this super federal police force, and all this money they're getting and arresting American citizens and got the birthright citizenship. That's fucked up, and I don't want to downplay it for people who are foreigners and people that go against Trump, run against him. I don't doubt it can get violent. But tonight, for a brief moment, I want to highlight the fact that this shows you how dumb these white people really are. That he lied to them about Epstein and all these documents, and white folks just be right around the dime. Oh, there's no documents, there's no list, nothing to it. He lied about it for years. The stuff with Joe Biden's son. Oh, he's got all this years of investigation. What dirty picture? What laptop is? No witnesses. All the witnesses go missing. No witnesses. And they end up charging him on some firearms charges. None of this means anything. They were charged with Hillary and all this stuff. That stuff went away. Right? There's nothing to it. This is about using law enforcement. At that time, it was using the power of Congress. But using law enforcement to persecute your enemies. That's what this white man is doing. It isn't so much the violence of like, oh, we're gonna have the Klan running out here with no. I don't feel that. I feel that the danger is that you live amongst people who are this profoundly stupid. That's what I'm saying tonight. Is just the fact that you can be kind and hoodwinked and you don't even care. Now, I can just go out here and call anybody a pedophile. Just anybody. Knowing that's one of the worst things to call a man. And then turn around with no evidence and be like, oh, no. And you'll buy it. And they'll call somebody else that. And none of this really matters. that for me is the frustration. And whether it be this, denial of climate change and just, denial of reality, that this is just the buffoonery that we got to deal with. That these white people are just this stupid, and to know they will never be a comeuppance, and that lying to them, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't. And now let me add something to it. No, I forgot. This shit that happened in Texas. Now they're saying 120 people are missing. We know Trump's cuts to the National Weather Service affected this. And now people are trying to say that somebody within the government is, I guess, playing with weather weapons, and that's what caused this flood. That don't work. First of all, because I don't think most Trumpers even know what HAARP is or what that stuff is. I don't think they're that intelligent to comprehend like heat in the atmosphere. I don't think most of them are intelligent enough to get that. But you have a Republican administration, Republican Supreme Court, Republican Congress, and you think that this horrible storm, that flood that killed all these people, was caused because someone in the Trump administration did this? How stupid are you, white people? What will you not believe? What lie is incomprehensible to you? I'm a boring dystopia guy. I'm just realizing that this is the level of stupidity I've got to interact with for the next 4 goddamn years. Just how stupid they really are. And that they were willing to wreck this country and throw away their economy for this bastard. And I gotta sit up here and pretend and look these white folks in the face. No, you're trying to take my civil rights away from them. It isn't that they open up concentration camps. It isn't even that they'll be sending Americans to it. Because at this point, I just died. That's fine. This white man wants to wreck his country and wreck his economy and wreck the Constitution. I get it. Hey, go right ahead. You do it. You're stupid. I don't respect you. I don't think you have any sense in your head. That's fine. Go right ahead and wreck your country. It isn't about me worrying about death. It's me realizing that these people are really this goddamn stupid. And that we got to go out here and pretend. I mean, what I'm saying is, everybody know what 1984, George Orwell. 1984 was a book about the party. And that, you had this, you had the party could arrest you for thought crime, and they could arrest you for anything, and stuff like that, and that they could change history and set people up. Like if I say it's gonna rain today, and if I say it's gonna rain today and it doesn't, I go back in time and change all the weather, change like all the books, magazines, newspapers to say that I said that. So you can't even someone in the future can't break down my lies. It's not really what America is. These white people are idiocracy. That's right. You're looking at idiocracy. You're looking at people that are just profoundly stupid. They don't believe anything. And I just never realized until this moment, whether it be this, whether it be this business we're talking about now, where Trump can use it Gestapo force on people. I just never understood just how dumb. When I was a kid, one aspect of 1984 is the old man, he's talking about how they can change history. And out to him, that was really effed up. And the girl he's with is like, who cares? She's like, I don't care as long as I can, follow the big rules. You can, get high and sleep around and stuff. It's no big deal. And I never understood until I got older the significance of what he's talking about. That if you don't have a history, you don't have a future. If you can't look at what came before you and all that. So there's an aspect in that book of you have to grow up to understand. You have to grow up to understand the danger of being in a society of people that are just dumb. the danger of being in a society with people where they can just lie and make stuff up and change stuff and nobody holds anybody accountable. I just, once again, I'm embarrassed and ashamed to know I live and work amongst people who are this fucking stupid. This goddamn fucking stupid. Which, because to a certain extent, if you believe the pedophile thing, that's one thing. If you really believe that, that's one thing. You know what I mean? That's horrible. Sex trafficking is wrong. It's horrible. But if you're telling me that you don't care about these things and he can just lie and twist it up, then my next question is, what can he not lie about? What is there anything? Is there any bridge too far for you? And I think tonight, I think July 8th, 2025, I just realized that there really isn't. Thanks for listening.